So I'm super excited to be here. Why? Because for one, we're at SpeakerCon 2019. But not only that, guys, I am here with the one, the only Brian Jenkins, who is the founder of Black Speakers Network. So I'm excited. I'm a part of Black Speakers Network.
Yes, you are.
Tell them a little bit about Black Speakers Network and how it all got started.
Yes, so thank you, Altavis. We are at SpeakerCon, the very first inaugural SpeakerCon here in Arlington, Virginia, where Cheryl Wood is the visionary behind that. But I'm excited because it's kind of like a BSN family reunion. I know you're one of the earliest members of Black Speakers Network, so it's a great opportunity to reconnect with folks. But as you mentioned, we are a nationwide membership-based speaker development and training company where our mission is to equip, connect, and inspire the next generation of Black professional speakers. And so for us, something like SpeakerCon is right up our alley because that's exactly what we're doing. All day today, part of the day tomorrow, and we have a gala tomorrow. We'll be recognizing, celebrating, as well as connecting with other speakers, helping people get to the next level. So I'm excited.
Now, I know a little bit about how you got started, and I know being the fellow introvert that we go through a little bit of something different when it comes to speaking. So tell them a little bit about your secret sauce.
Yeah, so what I always tell people is that if you have been sitting next to me in a small classroom in 2006 at Morgan State University in Baltimore, you would have watched as I stood up, walked to the front of the room, and prepared to give my very first speech in Toastmasters. And so if you were about where you were at, very like right here, you would have noticed a couple things. You would have noticed my sweaty palms. You would have heard my shaking voice and just noticed a general lack of confidence. I was pacing back and forth, almost walked out of the room, and so I nervously stumbled my way through that first presentation, but I realized two things. Number one is that if I can survive and thrive in my first presentation, then I could deliver two, and two turned into four, four turned into 10, and before you know it, I was off to the races. And the second thing that I realized, as much as I love speaking, which I really do, I more so enjoy helping other speakers connect with the audience that they're called to serve. And so what we find in Black Speakers Network is that oftentimes people are really passionate about a particular topic. They may even know their message, their target audience, but they struggle to actually find the opportunity to get on stages to impact that audience. And so what that is for us is a gap between the audience and them. The only thing dividing them is visibility, consistency, and providing the credibility that people say, yes, I want you on my stage.
Which is so important. When I think about Black Speakers Network and what it does for African Americans who are getting ready to speak, who are already speakers, who want to take it to that next level, it's easy. You don't make it hard. You make it very simple. Come into the community, be a part of it. And, you know, for me, it's always about how can you serve? I want to be able to serve when I come in there. So you have opportunities to serve right within the community. So not only are you building yourself up, but you're building up other speakers as well.
Well, the thing about speaking is that there's no prerequisite, right? We were just in there talking about, you know, it takes $30,000 for an average college degree. You know, you don't need a degree to become a speaker. There's no barrier to entry. Anybody at any time could raise their hand and say, hey, I'm a speaker. And so for us, what we want to do is lower the barrier to entry as well, but make sure that people are equipped with the resources, tool, and a community of support to be able to connect with their audience. And so things like making sure that you have a speaker's website. We were just talking about Marshall Fox.
Marshall Fox.
Podcast,
120 Design.
120 Design Solutions. Making sure that you have speaker video. Making sure that you know exactly what your message is and you connect with speech coaches. Making sure that you recognize the value of podcasting, webinars, and things of that nature. So when it comes to creating your marketing message, being able to monetize it and manage your speaking business is really what we come into play. So
now, I'm going to tell you, the ultimate so far has been the book. And when I tell you, they came out on the scene. You know how some people come out with a book, and you're like, you got a book, you go ahead. you know, it's like that kindergarten picture that you kind of don't really know what it is, but you're proud that they did it, that they got it out there. This one actually set the bar really high, because not only did you have Dr. George Fraser as the foreword, but the afterword was Les Brown.
Yeah.
And so, oh my goodness, having it that high, was that something that you set out for? Or was it just kind of like, you know what, with making these connections, let's make it happen?
Yeah, so incredibly proud. Speak Up the book came out in March. You're a part of that. The Ultimate Guide to Dominating the Speaking Industry. Debuted top 2, #1 bestseller in 2 categories on Amazon, and it was very intentional. I don't know if we were sure if we were going to have the honor and the privilege of working with Dr. Frazier or Les Brown. So I give full credit to that, to Pam Perry,
awesome. Speakers Magazine.
Speakers Magazine, and that's just the power of partnership. So everything that we do is built on collaboration. But we set out with a goal to create the go-to resource for, as you mentioned, new and aspiring professional speakers. And so if you're a speaker and you're thinking to myself, wow, I want to do this, but I have no idea where to start, that should be the very first book you pick up, because what you're going to get is our 5-formula recipe. We're going to help you get clarity on your mission, your message, your marketing, how to monetize and manage your speaking business. And so from there, if you don't know, if you can't read that book and say, hey, I don't know what to do next. And so that was the goal initially, and to be able to partner with 30 amazing thought leaders from across the speaking realm, yourself included, was just, for me, a pleasure.
And it covered some hot topics. So don't just think that speaking is just one area, one agenda, one arena. It's not. It is so broad. But guess what? That's why connecting with Brian J. Olds and Black Speakers Network is going to be the thing that you need to do for 2020. Hands down, no comparison. I absolutely love it. Let them know how they can get connected, how they can get the book, how they can get connected to you and to Black Speakers Network.
Super easy. I mean, if they're following you, they probably already see me. But Black Speakers Network everywhere on LinkedIn, Instagram. And if you want a copy of the book, you can go to speakupthebook.com and go grab a copy. So, as we always say, speak up because your audience leads.
There you go. Till next time, guys, don't forget to press it out. See ya.